Kia ora, a very mild start to the week, but things are back to normal as we head through the night time tonight. Some cooler air back up from the south, and you can see it does bring the return of some snowfall across parts of Southland and Otago. That snow getting down as low as about 400 metres, but it will push that cooler air up and across the country. And generally an improving day, or an improving night I should say, across the top of New Zealand with some clearer skies coming back towards us. We will find some of that snowfall, places like the Milford Road, parts of say the Linders Pass and the Crown Range Road could get some snowfall as we head through the night time Monday into the early hours of Tuesday. So there are some road snowfall warnings for those areas. But in terms of our temperatures, it's a very different story compared to what we saw first thing on Monday morning. Temperatures are back down towards freezing through parts of Canterbury, even down below freezing in places like Queenstown, -1 degree Celsius, and even up on the North Island, temperatures are good 3, 4, 5 degrees cooler than we saw first thing on Monday morning. However, the story for Tuesday is a fairly decent one for most parts of the North Island. As these fronts move northwards, they will bring a few odd showers here and there, but you can see once the early rain clears from the South Island, for many of us it's a dry looking day. A little bit on the cooler side, but generally a pretty decent looking Tuesday. For the North Island, an odd shower not out of the question around these western facing coasts of Northland and Auckland in the morning, but very isolated. I think just generally more cloud than anything else. Elsewhere, generally a dry story. There'll be areas of cloud that come towards us as we head through the daytime. For Wellington, after a fine start, it turns cloudy as we head in towards the afternoon, and an odd shower not out of the question for the U, and also across in towards Wairarapa. But again, they're very, very light affairs, and for most of us, it's a relatively dry day. Our temperatures reaching highs around about 14 degrees Celsius in Wellington, 16 in Auckland, and a cooler night coming up through towards those early hours of Wednesday. For the South Island, we start off with that wet weather on the western coast. You can see it run through towards Hokitika, but as that moves away towards the north, it's an improving story through most of Westland. Any cloud clears away from Christchurch and Canterbury as well, to leave behind a fine looking day. Again, a little bit on the cool side. You can see down south, we've still got a few showers that will run through places like Invercargill and Dunedin from the morning, and still with that touch of wintry weather about the highest parts. Places like the Catlins catching a bit of snow about the tops of those ranges there. But those showers will clear out and it's a fine dry end to the day as well. A touch more cloud though around those western facing coasts as we head towards the end of Tuesday. Our temperatures for the day into double figures just for Canterbury, 10s and 11s. Highs though of 14 and 15 degrees Celsius through parts of Nelson and Marlborough. Another cold night though, you can see temperatures back down to -3 degrees Celsius through those inland parts of Otago, leading to a pretty cold and frosty start today for Wednesday. But for many of us, Wednesday holds on to that dry weather. There are more features moving across from the Tasman Sea, throwing more cloud towards the country, particularly on those western facing coasts. And we'll start to find some showers running through in towards the northern parts of the Bay, plenty and up in towards the Coromandel as well. But generally Wednesday, for most of us, a dry day with that cloud coming towards us, but keep an eye on the forecast as these next features run closer towards us in time for Thursday and Friday, and even through towards Saturday we've got some wetter weather for that second half of the week. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.